In the early 70s, a group of devoted Catholics came together to form a community called People of Joy, now City of the Lord. Together, they would draw many more families and young people, many from Arizona State University, to a spirit-filled expression of their faith for the spiritual development of their families and the church. From this small band of people, much good would result. Here to speak about friendship, born from this endeavor, is Mark Van Brunt.
Dr. Evans, Rosemary, Jack, Rosie, and Rosie, with your permission, the Jack. It's a family joke. Not many of us get to use it. A little bit of introduction, as you heard, has the Van Brunts entering the scene around 1979. Moved up from Casa Grande, Arizona, all with our kids in tow. And the first thing that happened was some of the leaders introduced me to Jack Evans. Jack was one of the original leaders of the Newman Center, and he and Rosie had been members from the beginning. I was 30 years old, not quite as young as you, Bill. I was 30 years old, and I remember having this conversation with Jack, and he said, I asked him, what are you about? And he says, look, I want to take my faith and my vocation, not just into the classroom, but I want to take it to every student on the Arizona State University campus, and I want to change the whole civil life of this place. I said, I'm in. I'm in. By the way, how many alumni do we have of the campus branch? This was what I'm referring to, the campus branch tonight. And some of you are married. No few marriages came out of that. And it's part of the, as was said, it's part of the life of the community these days. So Jack said, well, there's one thing you have to do. You have to come to, we have weekly staff meetings, weekly team meetings. I said, I do meetings, I'll be there. Well, they were at Rosie Evans' kitchen, is what they were, and there's these beautiful Italian meals with some wine and conversation that took us from one end of the earth and to the earth, to the present, and I just remember at the time, I said, this is the Catholicism that I've been looking for. And off we went. Two things about Jack's history with our community. First of all, he was a teacher for us and introduced us to sources and wonderful historical figures like the abbot Elred Grabol, who began to open for us all these horizons that we really hadn't before, and really has helped us move along and making us better Catholics. But I would tell you that what Jack is most known for in the community is exhortations. Now, I have to set a little context for this. We as a community meet a couple of times a month, Sunday afternoons, and we have a time of prayer and worship together, and often with encouragements, and with that comes sometimes prophecies, but often, especially with Jack, an exhortation. Now the way it works is something like this. Later on in the meeting, where there's been sharings and scriptures and encouragements, then comes Jack, moving up to the microphone. And I describe it as an unction of exhortation is on its way. He has prayerfully considered what he's going to do and what he's going to say, and we are all with delight wait. Now Jack then begins to tell us that we really, if you're going to do anything for God, do it well, and do it with virtue, and do it with excellence, and be great-souled persons in the process. By the end of this, we're all, is this right, folks? My brother isn't even, we're all on our feet. And the first thought is, yes, that's me. The second thought is, it's not quite me yet. It's not quite us. The third thought is, but Jack just said it. And it's true, and he's praying for us. And that lifts us. And over time, I would tell you that this isn't just the enthusiasm or the passion of that moment, but it is Jack Evans for who he is and who he's been for us. Jack, his genuineness and his commitment to us, he is a prophet of love with a well-governed tongue, who always believes the best about everybody, and I mean everybody. And he, doing this, calls us forth, and in calling us forth, he really does send us. And he sends us into this great challenge that keeps us always growing in the kind of virtues that he really asks us for. Jack, it is part of what made us certainly who we are and keeps us who we are. 33 years later, I would say that Jack and Rosie, for many of us, have played this through in the most genuine and the most powerful way and faithful way. They have been, for us, they have been parents on occasion. They have always, their friendship is there. We have, they've been godparents. We're godparents to our daughter, Marin, with us, holding us really through many very difficult situations. Jack has been an advisor, I know, to many of us. So, I would conclude by, I believe, if Aristotle were here, Jack, he would, I believe he wrote this for you and for this evening. I'll have you guess, all you great heart folks, I'll have you guess where it is, so I'm not going to tell you. Indeed, friendship is considered to be justice in the fullest sense. It is not only a necessary thing, but a splendid one. We praise those who love their friends, and the possession of many friends is held to be one of the fine things in life. What is more, people who think that truly good men and women and friends are the same. Jack, we thank you for having helped us make us all not just better, but good. And thank you for counting us among